A major development in the presumed death of a Central Alabama teen almost 2 decades ago. The last person to see 18-year-old Natalie Holloway alive is on his way to Alabama to face criminal charges. According to Natalie Holloway's mom, the Peruvian government has agreed to temporarily extradite Joran Sloot to Birmingham to face federal wire fraud and extortion charges. Sloot is the last person to see the Mountain Brook graduate alive while she was on a senior class trip in Aruba. That was back in 2005. Sloot also currently is serving a 28-year prison sentence in Peru for murdering 21-year-old Stephanie Flores Martinez back in 2010. It's important to note here that Sloot is not being extradited for Holloway's death, but instead for allegedly lying to Holloway's family about finding her body in exchange for money. WAFF 48's Claudia Peppenhorst joins us live in studio. Claudia, even though Sloot is a prime suspect in Natalie's disappearance, he's only coming here to face extortion charges.
That's right, Liz. It's because of extortion and wire fraud charges. Now, Sloot allegedly took advantage of the Holloway family years ago, saying he would tell them where Natalie's body was in exchange for $250,000. Now he will have to face a Birmingham courtroom and be tried in this case.
It's great news for the United States. It's great news for the Holloway family and any really crime victim's family that continues to seek justice by someone who is outside of the United States.
Former U.S. Attorney Jay Town is giving us some perspective on Joran Sloot being extradited to the U.S. Sloot is coming to Birmingham to face federal wire fraud and extortion charges. A federal indictment filed in 2010 alleges Joran Sloot demanded Natalie's mother, Beth, wire him $250,000 in exchange for the location of Natalie's remains. Federal prosecutors say Holloway wired $25,000 and Sloot led the family to a location in Aruba where he said Natalie's remains were buried, but it was a lie.
Extortion has a 20-year penalty. Wire fraud has a 30-year penalty.
Despite going nearly 2 decades without answers, the Holloway family never gave up. Town says the Holloway's determination may land Sloot behind bars in the U.S.
And certainly with the urging of Beth Holloway, Natalie's mother, who is a great example to every crime victim's family to continue to pursue justice.
Town says extraditing Sloot is no easy task, but the U.S. relationship with the Peruvian government is also playing a huge part.
We have a great relationship with the Peruvian government, but it still has to go through the Department of Justice, still has to go through the State Department, and then Peru has to sign off. So it's an incredibly complicated series of events. Fortunately, he is coming back to face American justice.
Sloot is currently serving a 28-year prison sentence in Peru for murdering 21-year-old Stephanie Flores Ramirez in 2010. However, Town believes there will be a day when Sloot is back in a U.S. prison cell.
If there's ever an individual that deserves an upward departure in the punishment from the sentencing guidelines, it is Joran Sloot. He's going to be spending, the next several decades of his life in a prison somewhere, and then he still has hell to look forward to after that.
Now, if Sloot is found guilty, he would return back to Peru to finish his 28-year sentence, then return to the U.S. to begin a sentence if he is found guilty in an upcoming trial. It is still unclear when he will arrive back in the U.S. Liz?
We'll keep you brief, though. Thank you, Claudia.